Good morning, everyone. It is MagicCon Minneapolis weekend. So we've got our badge in the mail that we're going to open today, so that we are ready for the event. We've got our Eternal Weekend Philadelphia 2014 playmat VIP edition signed by Christopher Rush. This was back in the early days of Magic kind of festivals where you could have a special area off to the side where you had food and snacks and interactions with vintage Magic artists. The Magic Cons, Magic Fest, Grand Prix, adopted that in the last couple years before the pandemic, and then now they've continued that afterward. So we'll see what we got here. We have a little, looks like a coupon for Cool Stuff Inc. I'm guessing they're going to be at the show. $5 bonus when you sell us $75 or more singles. We can probably do that. Or $10 in online store credit when you buy $100 at our booth. So that's cool stuff. We can save that. There's also, this is what we want here. This is our weekend badge for Minneapolis. There was a Black Lotus edition, which was like $700, which gets you some more stuff in your swag bag and a bunch of like backstage kind of stuff. Meet the artists, meet the Magic celebrities, as they call them. Some of the Twitch streamers will be there. We didn't want to spend $700, so we went with just the weekend badge, which was like, what was it, like $65, I think, gets you in all 3 days. Otherwise, the daily price is like $35 or something like that. So a little cheaper. Basically, it's like buy two get one free if you buy the weekend badge. And so we'll probably go Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll make a bunch of videos. We'll try to get a lot of good content for you, show you what we get signed and pick up at MagicCon Minneapolis. But this video is a short video. It's kind of show you how I organize my collection when I go to the Grand Prix and the Magic Fests and get the artists to sign things. I did one video on this a couple months ago about how you organize your signed collection. But basically, I put them all in a small BCW 400 count box. And I just kind of bring the cards that I want to get signed, and then I have them organized alphabetically so that we're ready to go. We get in line, pull out all of our signed cards, unsigned cards for the artists that we want to get signed, and then we have them sign them. So I made a list. It looks like GP Minneapolis artists. There's Aleda Danner is going to be there. Jeff Menges was recently added. Ken Mayer Jr., Margaret Organ Keene, Mark Poole, and Mark Tadine. So those are some awesome artists. Also, I think John Avon is on the list. He did a ton of lands, basic lands. I'm sure I've got them all mixed up in my collection, but I wanted to pull out this Lotus Veil from Weatherlight. I'll get John Avon to sign the Lotus Veil. It goes really nice with this Black Lotus playmat here that Chris Rush drew in 2014. Just put that right there on the camera. Perfect. So what else do we got in this little box? We have Phyrexia, all will be one cards. These are all basic lands. These are signed by Elena Danner. She also did the Jeweled Lotus from Commander Legends. So Lotus theme, we'll probably have her sign a few play sets of these basic lands. Got plains, islands, swamps. These look really, really cool. Mountains and forests. So we'll probably have her sign a bunch of these, as well as some Commander Legends Jeweled Lotuses. We have some of those that we've opened up on the channel. I also bring some blank sketch cards. These are from the Champion decks that you've seen also on the channel. I've got a video about like non-tournament legal commemorative Magic cards. Go check that out if you would like to see more about these gold bordered cards. But these can be sketched by the artists. They were kind of intended to be proxies. If you bought the championship, the 60 card championship decks that came with 15 card sideboards, and there was a card that you wanted to play that wasn't printed in that deck, you could kind of make your own proxy of that card and just write on this blank what you want to play. It also became popular to take these to the artists, the Magic artists, and have them draw sketches on these or make original cards or just kind of recreate their popular cards. So I always bring some of these to get altered by artists if I have an opportunity and they have time to alter them. I've also got a stack of Richard Garfield PhD cards. He travels from some events, but sometimes shows up unannounced. So in the unlikely event that we bump into Richard Garfield at MagicCon Minneapolis, we'll get Garfield to sign those. It's very hard to get signed otherwise, so you just have to have him ready when you can. He's the inventor, creator of Magic the Gathering. Then the rest of the artists are sort of alphabetical here. We have Jeff Menges. I put them in these little 40 card kind of like starter decks, pre-constructed decks, so that I just kind of pull out a stack and then hand them to the artist and have them sign them. So in Jeff's box, we have some beta Merfolk of the Pearl Tridents. We have some unlimited Merfolk of the Pearl Tridents. We'll get all these signed. There's a 4th edition. There's some Battering Ram from Antiquities. Divine Offering from Legends. This was one of my favorite cards. So we'll get a bunch of these signed by Jeff. This is a Swords to Plowshares from Revised. We picked up some alpha ones recently. Grizzly Bears and Juniper Order Druid from Ice Age. We also opened up 36 packs of Ice Age on the channel, so go check those out. I'll make a stack right here. Jeff Menges cards. What else we got? We have Ken Mayer Jr. is going to be there. Also one of our favorite artists. We have some Curd Apes. This one was a old school card that we had signed at a tournament in 2019. I'll have maybe Ken sign this one as well. And then some basic regular Curd Apes. We've got from Arabian Nights. I sort of have a collection of Arabian Nights Curd Apes. Revised Curd Apes, it was reprinted, and then a beatdown Curd Ape. Chronicles, Urnum Djinns. Chronicles, Abu Jafars. Some Ice Age Mystic Remoras will get signed. Thermokarst, Aurochs, and Snow Devil, a playset of those. We opened up a lot of those in the Ice Age booster packs as well. I think all of those I'll probably just try to get signed in black, simple signature and Sharpie to match a lot of the other cards. Margaret Organ Keene is also going to be there. She drew Ivory Tower in Antiquities. It was reprinted in Revised. She likes to sign along the side here. We've got a 4th edition Amulet of Krug, some Ice Age Cloak of Confusions, Essence Vortex, Foxfire, Freyalise's Charm, and Tarpon. So those are all the Margaret Organ Keene cards I had in that Ice Age box. We pulled those. We'll have her sign those. Obviously, Mark Poole, one of our favorite alpha artists. This is an old school deck box that was signed by Mark. Got a soldier token, and this is probably like 100 cards, I think. So I think the plan would be to have Mark sign all of these. His arm would get really sore, but I have an idea to have him sign this gold bordered balance in gold and some counter spells in gold, and then we've got a Beta Island, Unlimited Island, Revised Balance, some counter spells, just to give us some options. We got like a Legends Stormseeker, the Dark Gaia's Touch, Revised Fast Bond, some really good cards. Eye for an Eye, Stream of Life, Incinerate from Ice Age. We've got this Exploration that we just picked up, Double Masters. Then some Secret Lair counter spells. We also need sort of like a screenshot for the video, so we'll take a look. Birds of Paradise. Oh, we need to turn the birds on. Here we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Birds. We need birds today. There we go. Birds of Paradise. Where did we leave off? Birds. Okay. Yeah. What are we doing? It's too early this morning. We're too excited for MagicCon Minneapolis. Let's do that. Let's do Birds of Paradise MagicCon weekend badge. There we go. Screenshot. There we go. I promise I'll get it. There we go. That's perfect. Weekend badge. Birds of Paradise. I think we're gonna be ready for MagicCon Minneapolis this weekend. We also have some Dominaria remastered basic Alpha Islands. We'll get some of those signed. Mishra's Factory, Verdant Catacombs. Don't know if we'll get all of these signed. I don't know how busy Mark will be, but we'll definitely do our best. We've got Mark Tadine. We've got a little box of cards here that Mark drew. We'll get Mark to sign a bunch of these. Aladdin's Lamp. A lot of the Arabian Nights reprinted, revised. Brain Geyser. Some Chronicles, City of Brass. Flying Carpet, JM Day Tome, Lord of the Pit. We got a revised Mana Vault, Soul Ring, some gold bordered City of Brasses, and then a lot of Circle of Protection Reds. We'll have Mark sign, maybe alter a few of these. Ashnod's Transmigrant is a good card. Another Circle of Protection Red. Unlimited Fireballs, and some newer cards. So we'll get Mark to sign those, and I think last but not least we have some gold bordered City of Brass. We'll try to get these signed in gold for you. Nebuneural's Disc, we'll try to get those signed in gold. And then a ton of Chaos Confettis that will get signed in gold or silver to match the borders. So those are all the cards I had lined up. The last thing I want to do is pull out this Alpha 60 project. If you remember, we're trying to collect 60 Alpha cards in near mint, and some of these were already signed by the artists. So we're just going to continue getting the unsigned ones signed. And since several of these artists are now going to be in Minneapolis this weekend, we will take these cards with us and get some of them signed. So let's go through this deck real quick. Jesper Meerfors did the Plains. Anson was credited as Circle of Protection Red in Alpha, but it was really Mark Tadine. So in the beta COP Reds do say Mark Tadine at the bottom. Jeff Menges did Consecrate Land. So we'll pull that out. We're gonna have Jeff sign that Alpha Consecrate Land. Ken Mayer Jr. did not have any Alpha cards. We have Mark Poole sign this island. We also need him to sign this island, so we'll pull that out right there. He signed this purple island, so we need him to sign this other island. We'll pull that out. Have Mark sign those. Got a jump that we need Mark to sign, so we'll have him sign that jump. Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. We'll have Jeff Menges sign Merfolk of the Pearl Trident. The sun is popping out now. It's a beautiful day. And then we'll do Sea Serpent as well. That's a Jeff Menges card. And Water Elemental. I think that might be all that we had in this deck that we could get signed at this convention. We got Swamps. Fear is already signed. Frozen Shade. Raised Dead is Jeff Menges. Right there. We got 2 spots for the mountains we pulled out for our Alpha 40 deck this month. We'll put those back. Burrowing is signed already. Amy Weber, she's not there. Chris Rush is not there. Grizzly Bears by Jeff Menges. We'll get this Alpha Grizzly Bear signed for you. Iron Root True Folk is signed by Jesper. Stream of Life is Mark Poole. We'll get that Alpha Stream of Life signed. Tranquility. All right, that's it. So that's our Alpha 60 project. We're gonna get some of those cards signed this weekend when we get the rest of these cards signed. Appreciate everybody watching this beautiful today. I'm gonna pack these up, take them to the artist. I'll try to get a little video of them signing if that's allowed in the convention. And then show you after this weekend what we get signed. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel if you wanna see the result of this project, and give a comment or a like below, and we'll respond when we get done. Awesome. Thanks everybody, have a great day and a great weekend.